if I told you there was a fandom out there so bad it is undebatably the worst ever? Worse than bronies, worse than Larrys, even worse than the toxic Frarny, Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble relationship or shipping fandom. Now, every fandom has a few bad apples that start drama about things like shipping. But this fandom not only had bad apples, it had 0 good apples. That's right, there wasn't a single member of the fandom who cared about anything besides shipping drama. It was the fandom of Liney Shapey. Liney Shapey was a webtoon created by an artist named Brobot4000 who had previously only drawn fan smut of a webtoon called the Stickobots, a webtoon whose fandom had recently forced its mysterious creator, Ryan Van Blueberson, to cancel what was supposed to be his first ever public appearance at the most prestigious convention for webtoons, WebtoonCon. This was because Van Blueberson had become a target of harassment for not making canon, that is, including in his webtoon, the fandom's most popular ship. In this case, a relationship between Stickobot 1 and Stickobot 5. And today, we're going to focus on one of the Stickobot shippers who had been harassing Ryan Van Blueberson for years. That's right, Brobot4000. See, after 10 years of drawing explicit Stickobot 1/Stickobot 5 fan art and sending it to Ryan Van Blueberson in hopes of getting his attention, Brobot4000 had the strangest thought. Was this a waste of time? After all, the reason he had started sharing Stickobot fan art in the first place was because he wanted to make friends that were also into fandom. Something that was beginning to seem impossible through fan art alone. Can I help you?
Yeah, it's me, your next door neighbor. If you're free next weekend, I had some plans fall through. I was wondering if you wanted to...
Well, before you say any more, the only activities I'm interested in are ones that involve fandom.
Yeah, exactly. Fandom. You see, I'm a big fan of the Seattle Mariners, and
they're in town for a baseball game against the Yankees.
And since my other plans fell through, I got tickets.
I didn't say fan, I said fandom. In other words, do you use your imagination to create transformative works about these Seattle Mariners that are often far superior to the source material or canon?
No, I just watch the games and then I do something else.
So it's totally normal for you to spend hours doing this, something else, and yet you judge me for putting my time and energy into shipping Stickobots. Well, guess what? I think shipping is a fun way to explore relationships, and even if you don't, there's no right way to do fandom, and there is no age limit. So while Brobot4000 felt he was too busy with fandom to go to a baseball game, he couldn't help but notice that baseball players got to meet huge crowds of people with the same interest as them, which meant they could make lots of fandom friends. But unfortunately, it seemed like the only person in the entire Stickobots community who even had a chance at something like that was Ryan Van Blueberson, the Stickobots creator who had never been seen in public. Look at this, Stickobots creator cancels appearance at WebtoonCon NYC. I bet if he had decided to go, he would have made so many friends there. And for what? Creating a webtoon that not only ignores all the best possible ships and is, frankly, nothing more than animating a bunch of simple lines and shapes. That's it. Lines and shapes. I'll make my own original webtoon that's literally just lines and shapes, get popular, and then I'll be invited to make fandom friends at WebtoonCon NYC. Just need to make sure I avoid any toxic shipping drama, of course.
Hello, Shapey. Will you be my friend and never have a romantic relationship with me?
Yes, I will be your friend. And I am confirming that neither you, I, nor the creator of this animation have any intention of us having any kind of romantic relationship.
And that night, while Brobot4000 slept, that animation quickly amassed a huge dedicated fan base. In fact, when he woke up the next morning, Liney Shapey Episode 1 had gotten 100 million views and fan accounts had sprung up all over social media. It seemed like everything was working perfectly. But when he looked closer at the new fandom, it wasn't full of people posting about how they wanted to meet the creator at a convention. It was filled with one thing and one thing only: shippers. And it wasn't just social media. His own inboxes were being bombarded by Schleiners, or shapy liney shippers, who were sending him smut of the two characters and demanding that their romantic relationship be made canon. And so, afraid he'd lose his potential new friends, Robot 4000 immediately responded with,
Shapey, I love you, in a romantic way.
I love you too. We are now in a relationship.
Wow, cool. I'm so happy for you two because I have no romantic interest in either of you.
And after the release of that episode, a large and intense shipping community formed around the pairing of Shapey and Roundy, which the fandom called Shroundy. Now, in theory, shipping is pretty harmless, right? The fans see some characters they think might look cute together, and everyone else in the fandom will politely acknowledge it without freaking out. But that was not the case with the post-episode 2 Liney Shapey fandom. The Schleiners and Shrounders were at war, and Brobot 4000 was in a terrible bind, because there was only one Shapey, and Brobot would have to upset half the shippers by making one of Shapey's relationships canon. Still, he held out hope that this shipping war was just a silly phase that young fans of his webtoon were going through, and they would all grow up before Webtoon Con next weekend. And his hopes were only raised by something that happened during his second full day as an original webtoon creator. Can I help you?
I'm a member of the Liney Shapey fandom, and I'm here because you've been doxxed.
Hooray! I mean, sure, I was hoping to meet nice, polite fans at the convention instead of a crazed doxer, but I'm still excited to meet someone who enjoys fandom as much as me and wants to be friends.
Friends? No, I'm here because I'm a Shrounder, and I demand that you make Shrounder canon.
Want to come in and hang out while we talk about it?
You know what? When this all dies down, yeah, maybe we can hang.
Roundy will never be canon.
That's it. I'm kicking your...
So, hoping to ease the tension between the Schleiners and Shrounders, Robot 4000 quickly turned around a new episode.
Shapey and I are now in love.
And I am in love with a Shapey who is the same shape as the first Shapey and is also called Shapey, so both relationships are equally valid. Hey, who are you all?
We are dots. We have no unique appearances or personalities, so there's no way anyone could possibly enjoy imagining any of us in relationships.
But the introduction of the dots only created a more serious rift in the fandom. The one between the Schleiners and Shrounders and three new groups, the Rots, Lots, and Shots, who were accused by the earlier shippers of shipping couples with vastly unequal power dynamics. And while some scripted video content can ignore the hardcore shippers and try to appeal to the casual fans who aren't involved in fandom shipping drama, Liney Shapey was so boring that people were only watching it for the shipping. And so, with Webtoon Con coming up in 1 week, and afraid of alienating the only fans he had, Brobot 4000 came up with a plan to end the shipping wars by appeasing everyone, and hired a professional animator, a man named Steven Creepolo.
Hey fans! So, big news! There won't be a new Liney Shapey tomorrow, because there will be 100 the day after.
Hey guys! Excited to be a part of the team. I'll be posting my personal contact information in the description here. If any fans of any age want to get in touch with me, please start a conversation in my DMs and I will respond. Even if, or I should say especially if, it involves explicit adult smut.
And so, with Webtoon Con approaching, Robot 4000 and Steven Creepolo began churning out episodes of Liney Shapey as fast as they could. And in each one, nothing happened except various lines, shapes, and dots confessing their love for each other.
A quantity of ship bait so large that even the most aggressive shippers
Were too busy squeeing out over their one true pairs to fight. The show became so popular that something happened beyond even its creators' wildest dreams. It actually attracted a single casual fan who wasn't interested in shipping. I enjoyed this video because I like watching videos. And now that I have finished watching it, I am going to go do something else and not imagine any of the characters I saw in romantic relationships with each other. But just when it seemed like Liney Shapey had reached the mass popularity tipping point needed to do a panel at Webtoon Con, everything changed.
Hey guys, so I just want to announce that
Stephen Creepolo is no longer a part of the Liney Shapey team due to inappropriate contact between him and underage fans. Oh, you again. Are you ready to hang out?
No, I just came here to tell you that I never want to hang out with you because of the Creepolo drama. Goodbye.
And so, with his core audience of fandom viewers slipping away, and with it, his chance to make fandom friends at WebtoonCon, Robot 4000 made a last-ditch appeal to the single non-fandom audience member who claimed to have watched his webtoon without shipping any of the characters and just wanted to be entertained by a video.
Shapey, did you hear? Roundy's missing. I think maybe he was kidnapped because of his gambling debts.
Gambling? I had no idea.
Well, whatever the problem is, we have to rescue our...
Potential romantic partner?
No, our friend.
Thank you both for saving me.
Actually, with everything we learned on this journey, I would say you saved us.
Well, speaking of saving, do you think we should go back and rescue?
Those poor dots we saw back there?
Exactly. And unfortunately, the road back to save the dots is so dangerous, there just won't be time for canon, or even implied fanon, romance.
Then something strange happened. Hello?
Yes, this is the organizer of WebtoonCon NYC. I'm a huge fan of Liney Shapey, and we'd love to have you on a panel this weekend. That is, unless you're not okay with making friends who are as into fandom as you are.
Wow, of course. And to think, I thought I'd been run out of the fandom because of the whole Stephen Creepolo.
Yeah, anyway, the only catch is that I can't schedule your panel unless you promise to premiere 100 new episodes of Liney Shapey.
100? Well, okay.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, Steven, I need to hire you back to make some Liney Shapeys, but I'm gonna have to leave your name off the credits if that's okay.
Okay, but I'm gonna need to double my usual rate.
And so they cranked out another 100 episodes of Shipperbait, just in time for WebtoonCon. Robot 4000 loaded them up on a drive and ran over to the convention. Hi, I'm here for my panel about Liney Shapey. And before you ask, I have no problem with fans shoving their not safe for work fan art in my face. Liney Shapey. Sorry, there's no panel about that. Oh, hey, I recognize you. You're the guy who got canceled for hiring Stephen Creepolo. No, wait, that's impossible. I got a call from the head of WebtoonCon asking me to be here. They said I needed to make 100 new episodes of the show I made with I'm the head of WebtoonCon, and I didn't call you. Wait, what did the person who called you sound like? He sounded like...
This is the organizer of WebtoonCon NYC.
Explicit adult smut.
Stephen Creepolo. Hey, wait a minute. If there's no panel on Liney Shapey, then why is there a sign up there that says Liney Shapey panel? Oh, that panel's about the Liney Shapey alternative universe that the fans started after you turned out to be a scumbag. It's actually better than the canon. They added a new character called Quadrilaterally, who's in a relationship with another new character called Triangle. And with that, Botbro 4000 went home. His dream of finding true fandom friends crushed. But just as he got in, he ran into someone. Oh, hey neighbor. Did you ever find someone to go to that Seattle Mariners game with you?
Nope. I guess I'll try to sell the extra ticket at the stadium. And sorry again if you thought I was judging you for not doing fandom the right way.
No, I'm the one who should be sorry. I was so caught up in the idea that I could only relate to other people if they were in a fandom that I ignored a potential friend. I mean, who cares if you're not into shipping or whatever? Hey, what's that notebook?
Well, I wasn't totally honest when I said I just watch the games and go do something else. You see, I take this notebook and then I write down stories where I imagine the players are in relationships with each other. Actually, it's funny, I
Lost my last job as a webtoon creator.
because I didn't do that, and oh, by the way, my name's Ryan.
Van Bluberson? The creator of Stickobots?
Yeah, why?
Yeah, I have a question. Are you telling me that in episode 173, when Sticklebot 1 accidentally touched Sticklebot 5's arm, it wasn't, Actually, I have another question. How about we just watch the game and then afterwards, instead of getting into a big fight about which players we imagine are in relationships with which other players, we just do something else?
You may be onto something. Hey, is that an anthropomorphic dog with massive thighs?
Ryan Van Bluberson gazed longingly at the anthropomorphic dog, touching its arm as he walked past. Oh, and that touch, it was no accident. Well, that's the end of the video. If you have any stories about toxic shipping drama, leave a comment below. Or if you have a topic you'd like to see mentioned in a video, such as the Seattle Mariners, send it to me at patreon.com/Tony Zaret. Oh wow, look at this on-screen text. Time to gaze knowingly at it. I hope nobody gets any ideas about me and this text. Ha 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 ha. He 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 he. I'm talking about shipping. Goodbye.